Okay, here we are. Second half of Wisconsin versus Minnesota, tied at 14. Badgers take over at the 21-yard line with a 3-by-1 set. Offset to the field. And here we go. Let's get right into it. Okay, got that little G lead. I really like this little variation on the power that they ran this week. Okay, so Huber, again, blocking almost like a like a draw. And instead of QB keep, this is just straight inside handoff. No real, you know, QB element to this. He's probably going to have his eyes out here for a stick draw kind of setup. But look at the slot receiver out here, what kind of route we're running. Oh, they're just really running off. A little bit of a glance maybe, but yeah, really good job. Really like that concept. Simple but effective. Okay, come up with it again. Okay, like literally same play. Looking out here again. This time they got Pauling kind of running a deep curl, mid curl really, but inside the same scheme. And again, pretty decent little pickup. Found something. Okay, 2x2, motioning to split flow. Okay, Tanner's probably holding on the ball a little bit too long here. Reed, and this again, this is a pretty good job by 92. Squeezes, but he stays square to the line of scrimmage, and he doesn't gain much depth into the backfield, which allows him to basically retrace his steps and give a false key. Okay, not bad by Tanner to at least allow him to over pursue and get back. But all right, so we're 3rd and 4. We're gonna run the flat outs. Sorry, the flat fades, out fades. Reading leverage here. Do we have a package element to it? We do. And that's why we get the draw. Let's look at the leverage. I don't know. I think maybe we're worried about cover 2 out here, where he's going to crash. They're going to run kind of switch. But we didn't get that. I mean, we did, but nothing to write home about. I think the safer option would be just pitch and catch out here to Bell on the quick out, but Tanner takes it into his own hands and goes with the draw. I mean, we have numbers in the box, so it's hard to say. It's not a wrong read, but it's not the right read at the same time. If that makes any sense, probably doesn't. I think this would have been safer and gotten at least the same result. But it is what it is. Moving on. And real quick before we get into this, I am just going to switch that. Excuse me. Next series, 3x1. Okay. Again, the same little G lead we had before. This time going the other way with Fertney. And this is just Braylon doing the work. Again, the initial gap was there. Excuse me. And this is an effective little scheme. We get the nice little down double combo between Huber and Fertney. Really, Fertney pulling around and basically getting a double team with Huber. And they're able to get off on that secondary defender, the linebacker. And good patience here by Braylon. Keeping his feet moving. You get the push. Again, when they're not committing that much to the box, all it takes is one guy committing downhill, and you end up having nothing at the second level. Safety fits real hard, but doesn't tackle anybody. And now we're off to the races. All right, first and goal. Split flow inside zone. It's really that easy. Real light box by Minnesota in a situation like this. 4 down with a stand up. 5-6. We want to count him as 7. We're 6 in the box. We're reading here. 7 in the box, including the QB. And we just got numbers. And the threat of the split flow and the threat of the QB run is what slows down our filler here from the edge, 20. 20 should be crashing hard when he sees the down block to fill off that edge and doesn't get it. Really good push inside by the offensive line. Again, best block game they've had all year. Getting their weight underneath them instead of over their feet, out in front, and power. And when you got a big back like that, all this history. Malman just collapsing one side of the line. Really good job. All right, now we got the lead, 21-14. Next series, 3x1. We're going to motion a 2x2, and we are running. Excuse me. Yeah, GH lead. Okay, not much doing there, but nice hard running. Let's look at the blocks inside. Great down blocks on the back half here from Nelson and from Huber. Really good job clearing that gap. And why this play isn't as successful is Minnesota here gets pretty decent flow downhill from their backers who fit. That's good fundamental football, but when good fundamental football hits good fundamental football, the best football player is going to win. And that's what we get with Braylon, is he just keeps his feet churning and turns a stalemate into a 3-yard gain. All right, 3x1 on 2nd and 7. We see something out here? Nope. Okay. Again, great feet. Braylon is either more healthy or whatever he took before this game. He's got his feet back. So outside zone, patient, nice stick in the ground, good balance. This is the kind of shot that he took earlier in the season that he would go down with. And it's not much, but it's the kind of shot here that kind of stands him up. He didn't even make contact. He just kind of has to step back. And earlier in the year, that kind of hit would take him down. Now he's got the balance and he's got the feet to keep grinding after that initial contact. 3rd and 4, 3x1. Going to sell the bubble. So kind of consider this play action. And then coming back with the seam. Really great ball placement here to Rucci. Fake the stock block. And then put it in the spot where only our guy can catch it. It's a great throw. Great man beater. And this is the kind of route that you wish we would hit earlier in the year. Really great placement. Good patience. Sit there. Put it where only our guy can get it. Great throw. Okay. 3x1 to the boundary. Access throw. Now you'd say this is a little low, but this is actually good ball placement because, again, you want to put this one, if you hang this one a little high, 5 can break on this and come back to the ball and possibly turning this into a pick 6. So you're going to throw this access, you throw it in the only spot, the spot where only your guy can get it. And that's exactly what we did here. it's called, with these access throws, it's all about the percentages. So the percentage to get a 4-yard gain with an access throw here is better than our chances to get a 4-yard gain in the outside zone. I'll take it. And did I forget to? I did. Okay. 3rd and 7. Or 2nd and 7, excuse me. Yakimelli is a great athlete. His feet, once he really kind of learns how to play running back better, he is going to be a good one. Because he's built so strong, yet he has got such nimble feet. Great lateral movement. This is running back 101. This is kind of drill that we do every day. Lateral movement, and then changing the direction and accelerating off of it. Taking our forward momentum, move it laterally, forward momentum, move it laterally. A little bit of hesitation, too much there, but fantastic feet. Let's look at the blocks. Again, we're getting a little G lead. Great job inside. I wonder if we had a bit of I would say we had miscommunication. I think Malman and Furtney were expecting to work together on this, and both thought the other guy had 97. Neither did. And I think Malman just sits on 97 because they ran a stunt. So there's, it's Furtney, good job picking up. But this is all Yakimelli. Great job. I wonder how he's going to fit in the shuffle next year with running backs. It could be a loaded room, but I hope he's still part of it. All right, 1st and 10, 3-by-1 to the field, play action. Gonna take a shot to the soon-to-be departed Chimere Dike. Little bit underthrown. And I think it's that extra little step. Now, I will say, Chimere starts to lose his guy a little bit early. That's a little tight. The window's there. I don't think he underthrew this on purpose. However, coming back to the jump ball is probably going to give Chimere a better chance at the ball than dropping it over his shoulder with the cornerback being that tight. But we'll see. It's not a bad throw. I'd like to see it over the other shoulder on that angle. Good protection. Again, Minnesota ain't bringing much. And we draw the penalty. So 1st and 10. 3-by-1, a little bit wider alignment this time. And just a subtle thing like that, where you bring your number 3 receiver out to the hash mark, is the defense has to respect it. So they're 3 over here. This nickel linebacker has to kind of split the difference. And that essentially makes a 5-man box. And when we got a 5-man box, and we're essentially reading him, because we're going to read stick draw. And when he's flat-footed there in the path, it's an easy handoff because he's not going to get around. Now, 92 does a pretty good job of eventually breaking off and sticking in there. But, again, they kind of got caught in a stunt. But, again, great job up front by the offensive line. Okay, the little hesitation, selling the draw, and then Malman getting his feet running. That's what you want to see. And it's little things like that that give you faith that he has the feet to succeed in this offense. He just needs to get more consistent with those feet. Okay, and then Braylon finishing. Okay, 2nd and 4. 3-by-1 with the wing. Okay, changing things up a little bit. Okay, G lead again. I mean, they saw something with this little G lead. Little G draw. And great push inside. Great push. Let's look up front. Nice job by Riley Nowakowski. Could have been a pretty decent little cutback here if Braylon would have seen it, but I don't think. Yeah, he saw it a little bit, but he hesitated. But take what you got. So 3rd and short. Again, just inside zone. Good push inside. Minnesota this time had numbers in the box. But when you only need a yard, let your big boys get low and just drive for it. All right, 1st and goal. 2 by 2. Again, QB draw. What kind of package options do we have this time? Flat out, or flat fade at the top of the screen. Don't like the leverage here. Don't like the leverage here. We're just going to keep it. Get what we can. That's a 5-yard gain. Again, Minnesota showing maybe a little bit too much respect because, again, this outside backer here, he drops to the out, and he's the key. As soon as he doesn't come downhill, we're going. Braylon's going to try to pick him up, gets the other linebacker instead. But if he comes downhill, then we're pitching the out. Easy. This type of football is, excuse me, where the modern spread can really take over. Because it gives you so many options and it puts good football players on defense in conflicts of assignment. And this game was some of the best showings of conflict of assignment that I think we put ourselves in all year. All right, so we're out in the 12 personnel. Okay, sell the stretch, split flow, outside zone. Coming back to the flat with Nowakowski. DK running to the pylon from the backside as a secondary option. I don't think Vinny Anthony quite knew that this option was there. He might have gotten lucky, but the good thing here is Malman ain't too far downfield. Or not Malman, excuse me. Nowakowski. So probably get away with a little bit of block downfield. Nice ball fake. Pitch it out there. Easy touchdown. Easy. When this offense can cook, it can cook. All right. 28-14. 4th quarter time. Now it's time to grind. Again, outside zone. Gonna run stretch. And again, good job here by Braylon. Let them flow. Stick your foot in the ground. Get vertical. Now, a little bit of a hesitation there. Right there. Where I think he might have been able to see more of a cutback and come back all the way back to the hash mark and just accelerate. But the play got what it was supposed to. It's knocking some time off the clock, and we're gaining a couple yards. Okay, so now Minnesota's showing some aggressiveness. They're running out of time. They need 2 scores. Okay, flip in the back, outside zone. I think this is one that Tanner wishes he had back. Okay, so they're going to run outside zone this way. They're just flipping it. And the defense knows this. And I don't know why Tanner didn't keep this and then pitch it out here. I mean, he's flipping the call to go away from this blitz. He knows this blitz is coming. It came. I don't know why we handed it off. That should have been a keep. But it is what it is. 3rd down. Okay, changing things up on the line again. 3x1, open to the field. Feet, dump it out quickly. Don't have much options downfield. Okay, so they're playing over here. Nothing's available downfield. Just get it out in space quickly. Yeah, that's not a design check down. That's just the last route in this. Let's see if we can pick up what we got out here and why we couldn't get it over the top. So we probably got fade and out and post. Yeah, nothing there. Nothing there. So that drive's dead. Next drive. Again, what I find interesting about this, we got the ball right back. Minnesota did not do much with it. All right, split flow. Great job working to the second level here by the offensive line. Huber getting out front. Okay, Jack Nelson washing his guy down. Okay, and his, we could say, is it 97 ends up making the tackle? Yeah, he's the one who trips him up. But with the angle this guy had, Nelson actually does a pretty good job of digging him out. Again, run blocking is never going to be his issue. If he can do that, he's going to be able to play left guard in the NFL for 10 years. But not bad. Braylon maybe getting a little tired. That burst isn't quite there, but we get decent yards. Good push. Really good push inside. 2nd and 7. 2x2. Okay, what are we looking at? What are we waiting for? Letting that clock run down a little bit. Split float. Nakameli. Like to see a little bit better pad level by him. But let's look at the double teams. Come on. Yeah, really good job inside here on the double team on the nose between Furtney and Bordolini. Okay, 97 eventually extends and gets off of Huber, but Bordolini actually does, Iacomelli, all the Italians on the team, was able to shake it and at least get something. And not a bad fill by the safety. But we're still getting nasty. We're still fighting. And we're still getting 3 yards. 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4 is a manageable situation. Okay, changing it up on the line. We're in 10 personnel now. Okay, letting the clock grind down a little bit. And I think, again, we've got our fade flat QB draw package here. Again, Minnesota's got a light box. They got 6 in the box. And, yeah, I mean, we get the yards because they're committing so much to the back half. And yet, yeah, I mean, that's just interesting defense. I mean, we're playing the shell coverage over the top. Are we expecting Wisconsin to throw the ball in this situation? I mean, good job. You took away the out. And that kind of inverted look designed to take that out. But we've got numbers in the box and a mobile quarterback. Now, this isn't blocked perfectly. 97 does a pretty good job blowing it up. But We got the advantage. And our quarterback is more athletic than our linebacker. That's free first down, basically. Okay. 1st and 10. Little too much hesitation by Yakimelli. Does a good job finishing. Let's look at scheme. GH lead. No, we're just in 12 personnel. We're running split flow. He's got to stick it right there. I know number 9's sitting in the gap, but he's got to stick it. Okay, and there, if anything, Jack Nelson does his job a little bit too well and actually pushes the pile into where Yakimelli's trying to read. And Malman eventually gets beat, but he held this guy a lot longer than he needed to. Yakimelli just got to stick his nose in there and just get downhill a little bit too twinkle toes. Now, that being said, he's wearing the black high tops, so I mean, he's instantly your favorite running back right there just because he's got the black high tops on. All right. 2nd and 6, though. Still get 4 yards. Keep the feet moving. 3 by 1. Gonna motion. The 2 by 2. Gonna run split flow. And there we got better pad level. Just sticking the nose down. Okay, they got 7 in the box. We got the blockers. How does 96 get off? He just splits a double team. And again, I wonder if this is a situation where, yeah, kind of both Nelson and Huber try to break off to the second level, and neither of them finish on 96. You carry 96 to the linebacker instead of going to get the linebacker. You end up getting 2 guys going to 2 different linebackers, but the defensive tackle is the one who makes the tackle. That being said, Katie Yakimelli falls forward. We still get a yard. Okay. 3rd and 1. Or 3rd and 5, excuse me. Okay. Run stick. So stick, out, flat. Okay. And Ashcraft feels leverage, so he runs away from the leverage. And I think that might have caused a little bit of the hesitation here. I'd like to see if Tanner is going to look backside, he needs to look at this pre-snap or peek it real quick. He doesn't have time to come back. I mean, they cover everything out here. They get the little pivot inside, but I think it's when he peeks out here, it takes too long to get back to the pivot. If he would just pre-snap this and then come back and read out to pivot to stick or out to stick to pivot, he would have hit this a lot faster. Pass protection is fine, flawless. Okay, that's just waiting too long. And again, maybe one of Tanner's shortcomings this year is his lack of patience and moving on or going through his progression too fast. Or I think that's there if he doesn't peek out to the top of the screen. A little bit too long. All right, 1st and 10. 4 minutes left. Going to motion to 3 by 1. Split flow. Great burst by Katie Yakimelli. Okay. Press the A gap, get vertical. Offensive line, let's look at the blocks. She gets a couple nice double teams here. Yep, good job. Good flow. Okay, Riley Malman. I keep saying Malman because we got too many Rileys on the team. Riley Nowakowski does a good job picking up the stunting defensive tackle who's kind of looping out here. And nice hard running by Yakimelli. Okay, 2nd and 4. Getting close to dagger time here. Motion. Inside zone. Again, now Minnesota's kind of sending kamikazes to the line of scrimmage. Something you probably should have done about 10 minutes ago. And, I mean, he gets picked up. He actually gets deposited on his ass here. but it's just that stun that he gives that kind of kills this. In 96, does a decent job of splitting his double team, but a little bit too late for Minnesota. That's a shame. 3rd and 1. Okay, split flow inside zone again. And there we go. Basically your ball game right there. Okay. Again, I'd like to see these double teams a little bit cleaner, but we're getting good push. And again, nice job by that's Joe Hubert getting off, getting the second level. Borlini, good job getting the second level. Okay, and good hard running by Yakimelli. Now Minnesota's committing extra bodies to the box. So now you got to finish hard. And we got the 4 yards. Okay, 1st and 10. 12 personnel, split flow. Braylon back in. Again, really good job by the offensive line working through their double teams, getting to the second level. Okay, Hayden Rucci, good job working through, getting that late charging safety and finishing him off. All right, 2nd and 8. Hit it again. Okay, this time we get an unblocked. This is the safety coming down in the box again. Again, now Minnesota's got 9 in the box. And, what happens when you get 9 in the box? Somebody's going to be unblocked. If it wasn't a minute left in the game, I guarantee you Tanner keeps this and walks into the end zone. But he's probably under strict instructions to just hand the ball off because they don't need to score again. And that might seem weird, but the game's won. We just want to keep the clock moving. And a lot of bad things can happen in situations like that if you get an extra score when you don't need to. All right. But we get the axe back. That's your ball game, folks. So we'll end it there. This game was the best game the offensive line has had all year. And it's starting to show that this all can come together. Because I think it's very important to point out nothing that this team is being asked to do should be outside of their capabilities if this is a team full of Division I athletes. It's just for years we've been kind of getting away with not having to do everything and everything that you should be able to do. So the growth has been stunted a little bit. The growth has been slowed because we've had 3 different guys trying to teach the same thing. And it's going to take time. But I think a game like this, grinding it out, okay, playing opportunistic assignment football and putting the defense in conflict of assignment, that's what can happen in the air raid. It's just about getting people in space. And today, the athlete we wanted to get in space was the running backs, and especially Braylon Allen, and they did it. And it's always a success if you can beat Minnesota and then put yourself into a better bowl game. There's a reason why Wisconsin is going to the, whatever the hell they call it. I'm calling it the Outback Bowl. It's always going to be the Outback Bowl to me. I'm going to play a LSU team that's probably not motivated to play Wisconsin. And that's the kind of team I like to see in a bowl game. All right. So that's the last game of the regular season for the Dairy Raid. We got bowl game coming up here in 2 or 3 or 4 weeks. We'll get that. But in the meantime, we're probably going to come out talking some transfer portal, going to talk some big picture things going into the off season, and think about Dairy Raid 2.0 going into 2024. Reason to be optimistic, reason for people to who are pessimistic to maybe stay that way, but the first season what it was, it did what it was supposed to, and we're hoping going into 2024 we can build off of the success of this season and we can build off the failures and learn from them and get better in 2024. All right, so that's Wisconsin, Minnesota, and we'll see you next time.